We just added a new speaker to our VIP Master IP Coach Weekend in Milwaukee. And this new speaker has me thinking. It has me thinking about all the things that I've thought about a lot as a special needs sibling, as a former special education teacher in the classroom, as the founder of Master IP Coach, and helping parents and teachers have their own business making impact in special education. Some are speakers, some are consultants, some are getting promotions within the school system, some are parent advocates. Like, there's all different things that are happening in the Master IEP Coach community. And that's exactly why I wanted to bring a new speaker to our VIP weekend in Milwaukee. And her name is Kristen, and she's the founder of Sweet Abilities. And Sweet Abilities is a small business in the Milwaukee area. If you're watching this on video, you can see that's Milwaukee behind me. And it's an adorable business, as in it's got this cute little trailer, kind of like a little shed, and they made it into an ice cream shop. And they sell local ice cream that's made by another ice cream shop, and they sell local popsicles that are made by we have popsicle stands that are here in Milwaukee. And they travel around to different events. When I say they, I mean Sweet Abilities. Sweet Abilities travels around to different events. Now, Kristen was a special education teacher for 12 years, and she now employs, I believe it's 8 or 9 employees that have different abilities. And she built this business. I'm going to find out more about her story in Milwaukee right along with everybody who's attending. But she built this business, to make an impact. She's going beyond the classroom. And I know all the time we're talking about IEPs, and we're talking about all the things that IEPs are supposed to do. They're free and appropriate public education, meet a child's unique needs, prepare them for further education, employment, and independent living. Okay, because an IEP does not stay with somebody their entire lifespan. It is a school thing, but school is a small portion of life. Right? So if you have ever had an idea to build a business that would employ people with disabilities, I'm going to encourage you to come to our VIP weekend in Milwaukee. Now, you're going to learn a ton of IEP things. You're going to learn all the things about how we work as Master IEP coaches. And maybe you're like, you know what? I don't necessarily want to become a Master IEP coach to sit at an IEP table, but your heart knows that you want to do something to help the community when it comes to inclusion, or when it comes to employment, when it comes just to opportunities for our adults with disabilities. You guys know I have a brother who's 44 with Down syndrome. And there were so many brainstorms that I had kind of growing up, even, when I was younger as an adult. And at one time, my brother and I even did direct sales together. Do you guys remember back in the day when, we used to set up for vendor fairs? Like, you'd go to a school or a church or somewhere, they'd have all the different vendors set up from all the different direct sales companies. And my brother and I ran a direct sales business together because he could, talk to the people, show them the products. And when I say greet the people, he couldn't describe all the products, but he had an excellent skill set for saying hello and answering questions when they asked, like, do you have something? He knew where it was at and he could get it. He loved setting up the table. He loved getting people's email addresses so then we could follow up with them and see what else they needed from, our direct sales table. So I've done this before with my brother. And then he was the one who helped me with all of this stuff that you see now in the very, very beginning when it came to mailing out like snail mail letters. He was folding things up and mailing it. So I have experience in this. And now he lives across the country and he's working at Panera. I don't know, maybe a career change was just what he needed, right? But it's what he wants to do now. He had the opportunity to work independently as a small business owner with me, and he's had the opportunity to be employed. And opportunity is what we're talking about, right? So this is an opportunity. It's about creating opportunities. We need more of them. So I'm going to give you 3 thoughts on why, if you've been considering building a business in your community that employs adults with disabilities, why it's a fantastic idea. Are you ready? 1, it's not as hard as it used to be. I have not had a traditional job since probably the year 2000, I think it was. So I'm on 22 years. I can tell you that working on my own 22 years ago is much different than working independently now. So all of this kind of self-doubt of I don't know if I could, and what about a website, and what about this, and what about that? Guys, it's easy as in it's possible. Okay. Maybe you're not going to be one to build a website, but I'll tell you, it used to cost thousands and thousands of dollars to build a website. It does not anymore. Okay. So it's easier than you ever thought when it comes to sourcing products, when it comes to getting the word out, when it comes to just sharing in your community and connecting and making relationships. It's easier now than it ever has been. Number two, you have the opportunity to solve a problem in your community and show in the community a value. All right. What I don't want to encourage, and I'm just going to call it out. Okay. I don't want to encourage you to build a business that gets what I call pity sales. Like I'm buying this because the person has Down syndrome. I saw the pity sales when I was working with my brother. I saw that, yeah, I'll buy this for it because he's cute. No, you want to solve a problem. You want to have a good impact on your community. You want to share a message. You want to build relationships with that. You can do that. You have the opportunity to solve a problem, to create a service, to deliver value. This is not about, well, let me just create a business for my child and hopefully people will buy stuff because they'll see how good it is to spend their money and support people with disabilities. No, I'm not talking about that kind of business. I'm talking about building a micro business. It can be small, okay? A micro business that solves a problem in your community and happens to employ adults with disabilities. That's a different mindset. It's one that works. I promise you it does. And the third thing that I want you to think about when it comes to considering, like, should I do this business thing? Should I really take a leap? I really want you to consider how awesome it would be to have a business that evolved with you and your lifestyle also. Maybe you're going to go through a season where it's going to be hustle, like you're going to just put everything into this. And then maybe, in fact, I can almost guarantee, because remember, I'm in the special needs community myself as a sibling. There's going to be a season where life is hard and you're going to have to scale back a little bit. Now, if we do this right, that doesn't mean your business has to scale back. We can set it up. We can set it up that pieces of it are going to run without you. All right. But to have something that you can connect with and build these opportunities and employ adults with disabilities and solve a problem in your community and be able to take care of life, that's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing thing. So again, I want to encourage you, if you have never thought about becoming a master IEP coach before, but you're just like, yeah, I could do this. I'm telling you, we're going to cover it because IEPs are not just about what happens in school. It's about life after school and preparing for that. And we're going to take that one step further at VIP weekend. And here's the thing, if you want to walk out of VIP weekend with a full business plan, I will help you do that. I personally will help you do that. If you come just because you're like, you know what? I want to know how to do this. I want to meet Kristen. I want to see how she went from being a teacher to being a business owner. And that means if you're a parent and you want to see how she did it, you're a teacher, you want to see how she did it. You want to talk about finances of how to make it happen. You want to talk about marketing strategies. You want to bounce your idea off of 100 other parents and teachers and say, hey, does this sound like a good idea? You know, this is the place to do that. So I'm going to make sure you guys have the link wherever you're watching this. And I really hope to see you at VIP weekend because it is an IEP training like you have never seen before. And at bare minimum, if you heard this and you're like, I've been thinking about it, could you at least put down on paper your business idea and ask yourself, what problem do you want to solve in your community? And start working on that idea. Don't let it just live in your head. Don't let it just be well, maybe someday. Put it on paper. Start to make it real. All right. I hope to see you guys in Milwaukee at Master IP Coach VIP weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon.